Narcissistic Victim Syndrome symptoms. Individuals who have been in relationships with narcissists frequently exhibit distinct signs that show what they've gone through. These signs can appear whether they are coping with a narcissistic parent or romantic partner. Some people only experience a handful of them, while others can exhibit the complete variety at various times. This video outlines the most prevalent symptoms of narcissistic victim syndrome and how they might appear. Some of them may be familiar if you're healing from narcissistic abuse. Of course, you may experience them differently than others, as everyone feels things differently. However, it is critical to detect these signs when they emerge. They might be a wonderful reference for you and your health support network to help you heal from your traumas, since they speak volumes about your experience. Anxiety. Many narcissistic abuse victims feel as though they are continuously on the verge of being abused. They may cringe if they make a sound, fearing that their narcissist would lash out at them. Because they're used to being screamed at, they may recoil at loud voices. They can have trouble unwinding since they're always expecting abuse. This type of anxiety is virtually unavoidable. It frequently infiltrates other facets of a person's life, not simply their relationship. They may, for example, have a low-level anxiety of something horrible happening at any moment. Some narcissistic abuse victims have difficulties driving because they are concerned every time another driver does anything unexpected. Instead of simply reacting to someone abruptly braking, they'll have full-fledged panic episodes in response to anything unexpected. This makes navigating daily life quite tough. Life is unpredictable, and when you're terrified of virtually everything that may go wrong, it's difficult to function on a daily basis. Constant worry can also result in physical symptoms such as migraines, irregular heartbeats, and gastrointestinal problems such as heartburn, ulcers, and IBS. Depression? When every day carries the threat of abuse and mental suffering, it's difficult not to feel depressed. Things become much worse when there appears to be no way out of these difficulties. People who have been subjected to narcissistic abuse, or who are still being subjected to it, may feel hopeless. They may assume that brutality and the inability to do what they want, when they want, is all they have in store for the rest of their life. They frequently feel like enslaved slaves, living lives they don't want yet can't change. In severe circumstances, when someone has been a victim of narcissistic abuse for a long period and feels there is no way out, they may try suicide. This conduct is not only harmful to the victim and distressing to their close friends and family, but it may also make their life much more difficult if they survive. If they fail in their attempt of self-harm, they risk attracting even more hatred from their abuser. Their narcissist will guilt-trip them for attempting to forsake them or humiliate them for being so pitiful that they can't even properly do anything to themselves. Narcissists are so skilled at manipulating their partners and children that they know just which buttons to press in the presence of therapists. They will portray their victims as unstable, while portraying themselves as long-suffering saints who have had to cope with these difficult animals in their lives. One of the many reasons why relationships with narcissists are so harmful. They truly make life miserable for others around them. Difficulty trusting. When someone who is meant to love you repeatedly hurts, betrays, and gaslights you, it becomes very difficult to trust anybody else. After all, if this individual was able to deceive you into thinking they were fantastic only to turn out to be a horrible monster afterwards, how could you ever trust anybody else? When someone has been exploited by a narcissist, they frequently regard everyone else as a possible danger. They'll presume that the individuals they meet are wearing masks and will finally push them away. They'll also be concerned about being lied to, and won't be able to relax their guard for fear of being misled or injured again. Unfortunately, their sleeplessness and hypervigilance may last for years after their relationship ends. This is more common in persons who were raised by a narcissistic father, particularly one who would wake them up at night or have tantrums and fits while they were sleeping. Obsessive perfectionism. You could believe that nothing you accomplish is ever good enough. Narcissists are so critical that their victims become obsessive and perfectionist in order to avoid being screamed at. If your narcissist was a neat freak who would scold you if there was even a stray crumb on a corner, you may have developed some major cleaning OCD. Have you ever sat up all night washing the bathroom with a toothbrush or bleaching all the kitchen countertops? So you don't have anything to attack you with. Other people's perfectionism may emerge differently depending on their relationship with their narcissist. Eating disorders. Many victims of narcissistic abuse develop one or more eating disorders. When people feel powerless, stuck, or unable to manage different areas of their everyday life, they frequently seek control over the one thing they can control, their own food consumption. Furthermore, many narcissists are highly dominant and disrespectful regarding other people's behavior and physical appearance. A narcissist obsessed with bodily perfection cannot criticize someone for eating too much and becoming overweight if that person eats very little, and/or is underweight. Codependency. In many narcissistic relationships, the two people have an odd codependency on each other. Essentially, they encourage one another's behaviors since things work for them on some level. A narcissist-raised child may feel safe and comfortable in a relationship where they are frequently ridiculed and cast down. They know it's not good for them, yet such habits are so familiar to them that they feel strangely at ease. The victim understands how to ride the narcissist's roller coaster, and they even feel validated and empowered if they can convince their abuser to be kind to them, because they've already won that round. In turn, the narcissist has a victim who is eager to play along. They have a dancing partner that understands their moves and will not seek to break free from their grasp. Worse, their partner will continue to attempt to make them happy and assist them because they genuinely love them. What additional narcissistic victim syndrome symptoms can you think of?